Do I live in an alternate reality where everything is the opposite of the way it should be? If it rains later, which it will it fall up from the floor? Do old grannies help bodybuilders cross the street with their groceries? What the hell is happening? Panasonic. That's bullshit, Panasonic. The G100, designed for vlogging, worse in every way than the G85. We're gonna rip you a new place to poo.
All I want is the perfect camera. All I want is the perfect camera.
So one thing is very clear. The president of Panasonic's parents were brothers. I don't understand it. How a camera designed for vlogging. The boardroom meeting. All right, fellas, I want a piece of this vlogger action. That ZV1 flying off the shelves. It's a fantastic little beast. We can replicate it. We can beat it, probably. We sure can, boss. We were so close with that G85. All we need is phase detect autofocus. Seal the deal. It's so easy. I don't know about that. I was thinking more along the lines, we remove the IBIS, make worse autofocus, remove the 10-bit, but make the camera smaller and look like a Canon M50. So vloggers will think they're buying an M50, but they'll have our camera. You want to remove the IBIS. Sir, we just did a poll. That's the only reason people buy our cameras, because it feels like they're ghosts for the ghost vlogs. Whatever we're doing isn't working. I want to make a difference, James. We need to make a revolution here. It's not just about cameras anymore. We want tiny little creatures to film our lives. What's in focus doesn't matter. You focus on what you want in life. Sir, vloggers only need two things for the image to be stable and in focus. If you remove both of them and add no extra features, I just worry that this thing is gonna fail hard. You can't fail till you try, James. Didn't your grandmother teach you that? So we're on the penny, boy. We had to film it. G9, Leica 12mm, Tony 1.4. And pay attention. I bet it autofocus is better than the Fuji. Something ain't right with that thing, but we'll see. We'll see what happens. Pay attention to the hunting factor. Autofocus near is on, so it should never wander. So this G100, who in their right mind made the executive order to kill us all? There's a squirrel. Did you get him? Oops. They're hard to find. Are you squirrel tracking him right now? Are you being squirrel tracked? Panasonic is so wonderful. I threw him like 15 nuts. He didn't find one of them. Oh, that's bullshit. I seriously don't understand how companies are getting this so wrong. Do you not this is such a simple task. Hold a camera. I'm gonna be walking, so stabilization is number one. I'd like to be in focus. I can't be doing this in the sun. It's hard to see. Manual focus, and I extended out personally pretty far, so manual focus is out. Panasonic does have the tap and track and lock. It's decent. But I'd rather have it focused just like that squirrel comes up, boom, switch, squirrel vlogs. It's a thing. We'll see how it's performing today, the autofocus, but I find the G9 is not terrible. It does hunt, but so does the Fuji. I made this video where I'm talking all about how Panasonic needs to add phase detect while I'm filming on the Fuji, and it's just losing my ass. So it's not like phase detect is perfect, but when you perfect it, it's much better and smoother. Canon, Sony, for example. For the most part, this is usable, but this is their top of the line system. The G9, this is their best vlogging camera in my opinion. It's slightly lighter than the GH5. It has more features than the G85. It's just the best one. The S1's too heavy. S1H, forget that thing. At home, please. Panasonic cameras in general are a pleasure to use though. The 10-bit glory system you're seeing right now, exposure works pretty well. Cloudy now. That's a nightmare for vloggers. But Panasonic does exposure pretty well. It's fast, it's smooth. There's no stepping Fuji stuff. It's not jarring. It's not lazy like Olympus where they're just waiting. It takes a good 15 minutes for them to change. But how did y'all think removing IBIS was the answer? And just electronic, they're not on Canon level or even Sony level with the electronic. It's the worst of the bunch. So they replace the best stabilization with the worst. They make the autofocus even worse somehow. It's not G9 level, and this isn't good enough. Although it's probably working today, hopefully. Better than a Fuji system. It better be. Will they ever give us phase detect? I don't think they will. There's no reason to buy that G100 over a G85, 95, or 9. Zero issues. And issues? What the hell was that? The mics. What a waste of resources. We're always going to use external audio. That's what we do here. It's windy as shit. There's no wind muffs on your camera. So now I gotta tape a bunch of furry hats on that? What the hell? They got all these different, like, how much did that cost? Why bother? You should barely even have a mic. Just a really good preamp in the mic jack. To me, it looks like they're just trying to replicate the Canon M50. Like 7 years later. Without the autofocus. Like, that's the only reason people are buying that thing. The color science and the autofocus. And that it's light. Even though it's shaky as shit, people don't even think that's important. They're walking around shaking like a zebra on a donkey. Every vlog I've ever seen with the M50 has been unwatchable. It's just like, oh God. And it's cheap looking. Just looks like Kodak threw up on their mom. I can't believe they made an M50 but much worse 18 years later. You had to improve upon it, but you didn't. They're like, oh, well, M50 doesn't have IBIS, so we don't need it. We can shrink our camera. But you suck at digital, Abe. Abe? I swear to God. I just saw that. Tracks me pretty well. Forests are nightmare. I don't know, because we're in face tracking. The Fuji must see faces in the trees or some shit. It's like, oh, that's a better looking face? The leaf guy? Panasonic never loses me. So fantastic. I can't believe it. We don't even need phase detect ever. The most insulting thing is I'm on the search for a better vlogging camera here. Just give me everything I need. There always seems to be a little crippling. Like, I love this camera, but then I get the footage back and it's often hunting. Hopefully it's not today, but usually it is. So I'm like, that's not perfect. Then I get the Fuji, that's hunting. So then you switch to a Canon. Okay, I'm in focus, but it's too heavy. It's stupid. And low dynamic range. There's no perfect camera. I'm hoping. That's what the Quest is all about. What is that? Keep your cool. But companies keep like offering us these crumbs of just melted dumpster donut trash meat. Here you go. Is that what you wanted? No, not even close. It's worse than any camera you've made to this point. You had to know that all the people that you sent this camera to review for you would vlog with it and you'd see terrible footage. Like, what are you even thinking? How do you run a successful company? I don't understand it. Panasonic should hire me as president and then we can make the perfect vlogging camera and go out of business together because nobody will buy it, nobody cares. That's how it should be. That's the right way. It's the correct thing to do. Panasonic, hire me. I demand $2 million a year up front. No guarantees on the outcome. I'm reasonable. But what an embarrassing effort that was. Like, we were thinking, oh, will they have phase detect? Maybe 10-bit in this thing? They removed everything, even the IBIS, the kitchen sink. How do you focus now? How do you do it, Panasonic? The exposure changes. That's rapid. There we go. This isn't very flattering for my face. You need to get back to the basics. Vloggers walk around like this. sun, and then we're cloudy now. Like, we need auto exposure to help us with this. We're morons. We're not a music video. People keep saying like, oh, I've seen professional music videos that look so much better than your vlog, bro. You've lost touch. It's like, we need this auto shit. I like to have the blurry background slightly, just a slight separation factor. And then like you do everything else. Focus on me. I can't worry about, if I'm worried about the camera, how many times have you seen a vlog? Oh, the clouds. Sorry about that. Clouds. Oh, no, God. Okay. No. This is not a vlog. The camera has to be an extension of your arm that you're not even thinking about. You know it's doing what it has to do. You're just walking. The world is happening around you. You're pointing things out. Oh my God, this is so fun. And the camera's just doing what it has to do. You don't have to think about it. You've removed every useful feature. I really should boycott Panasonic because that was embarrassing. I'm embarrassed to be a part of the family and own Micro Four Thirds lenses. The ZV1, much better. I would 1000% push someone in that direction. At least you'll be in focus, unless you're an S-Log. That might be the Fuji's problem, the F-Log. I never did that on the X-T3 and it never lost me in Eterna. Trust me, this has a lot to do with the video. A lot. So I'm heartbroken in opposite land, where nothing makes sense. Donuts heal disease. Grannies are super strong. Nothing makes sense. Cameras just ask me. One email. What features do we need? I'll tell you for free. And then just go make the camera. Ask any vlogger. Not any vlogger, but ask some at least. At least 3. Get 3 vloggers to input what they need. Just a bunch of grown men who've never vlogged in their life. It's like, oh, I've watched TikTok once, I know stuff. You're morons. You're out of touch. Your stupid suit, your business suit, it's wrinkled. Nobody wears a gray suit. Criminal. I'm going overboard. How's the tennis match? How did it perform today? It has Vlog. The G100 has Vlog, and this doesn't? What the hell? Why do you segment? Like, anybody on that camera is gonna use Vlog like they know how to use it. Not that I do. Still, what do you think? Dumbest camera you've seen this century? I think so. I'm gonna leave. Thanks for buying a Camera Conspiracies t-shirt. Subscribe for more videos and I'll see you on the next one.